Hey, Madison, how are you?
I am amazing. How are you?
Really, really good. Dana just gave the best introduction for you, but I wanted to say I went to your YouTube and there's so much really fun and positive information and content on, and thank you for that because we, in this crazy time in the world, we're looking for these lights to shine. So we were just chatting about the 4 love capsules chapters in this book,
Yeah.
Cries from Quarantine. And we wanted to talk about the Why Love segment. And guess what? You're on. We want to just chat with you and maybe should Dana, do you want to prompt on a question, or would you want me to throw one out at her?
Throw one out, but I would love, really, first, I like to gush about women, but please give me a quick elevator pitch gush about yourself and what you do and why you're here with us tonight.
I would like to say that we are here with divinity. Like, this is all uniquely ordained for all of us to be here communing as one, to share this light, not just for the world, but to celebrate the art that is Cries from Quarantine. You know, this artwork has brought us all together. And through that novel, it's going to help us heal and evolve the world in our own diverse ways. And what better way to do that than an authentic definition of what love is in its different forms, because love is not just always happy. And we'll get into that in a second. Look, y'all like, oh, girl. Because it's not. And so that actually is a great tie into my life's work. I'm an international spiritual journalist. And a lot of people, and I'm also a media advisor. A lot of people, they think that when you hear spiritual, it's happy and it's inspiration, when in reality, there's a lot of spirituality has to do with shadow work and healing that inner child and healing those wounds that you have. So I started out, I've worked with, I have a podcast on iHeartRadio. I have a TED Talk that's about spirituality. I'm really not good with pitching myself.
I know, I was going to say, you know what? She's being very humble. She's got many accolades, TED Talks, iHeartRadio. She has worked with tons of celebrities. She's a media maven. I can go on and on and on. And she also blessed us backstage. And maybe at the end, when we do my breathing exercise, she'll bless us again
with the meditation. And I specialize in chakra healing. And when we think of why love, we think of, for me, the first thing that comes to mind are the chakras, because the chakras are the energy points in our body, right? And so they're the 7 points in our bodies that connect the mind, the body, and the spirit. So when we're dealing with the why of love, we have to understand the what is love. And then when you dive a little deeper into that, when we think of what is love, God is love, the higher source. Whoever you connect to is the higher source. That is who love is. And so once you pull from that energy, you're able to attract everything that is divinely ordained for you in this lifetime, because we all come in with a mission, right? We're here to serve humanity. And what that looks like is in direct coordination with finding out what love is in the midst of the chaos of life. Because life, it isn't always pretty, you know? And what I like about this chapter is it breaks down and identifies with so many different elements of what love is. And so when we think of why love, why heal, why us, why are we here? So that component is rooted in deep healing work, right? So you think of the deep healing work in order to be able to attract. And when you think of love, love isn't just romantic. This is love. Love is creation. Love is divine. So sometimes love is telling somebody something you don't want to tell them, you know? So it's about digging out that strength from within in order to play your contribution to humanity. And so what I've learned is that people, they like to give out the information, but they never give out the tools. And the one thing Dana and I really bonded over the first time we spoke was crystals. Because if we're talking about love, how can we not talk about crystals? So I'm going to pull this one out first, because this is the name. This is another part in the book, but it directly coordinates with love. So this is the rose quartz. I'm actually wearing a set now, but the rose quartz is the crystal of love, right? Direct coordination to what love is. So these, and I like to tell people, they think it's pretty but the rose quartz is going to clear you out before it fills you up. Now, crystals are minerals, minerals from the earth. They're minerals from the earth, just like God puts food here to heal us, right? Different foods and herbs heal different parts of the body. And we have some beautiful queens coming on a little bit later to talk about that. But, you know, these are minerals. So they work quicker when they're connected to when they touch your skin. But a lot of crystals always say you need to have 3 sets of each. So with this, you heal your body with crystal attraction and having them around you. So different crystals attract different things. And the rose quartz is the crystal of love. So when we think of why love, I think of why purpose, why our purpose, what are we here to do? Why are we here to serve? What is our mission in this lifetime? Because we all have a unique divine mission that we're here to serve. And when you connect that, you connect to love, you connect to your authentic self, and you connect to stepping into that power. So even in the midst of your own storm, you're able to go through that obstacle knowing that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. So I really,
there you go.
I wanted to go cool. I'm big on tools.
You know, in our last Earth Girl camp when we got together, and I love that you said that. Thank you so much, Madison. We're going to move on to on our last Earth Girl camp. Lisa, who's our spiritual crystal queen, we call her Lisa Peace. Peace is her name. She gave rose quartz to everybody, and I think there was about 1,000 that we sat out in the moonlight the week before. So, thank you for that. We're just gonna take that love and that why love in because it's so important, and we're gonna move on to the next capsule of love. Dana, you want to let us know which capsule is the second chapter? Which capsule of love?
This capsule, thank you for the starter kit 101 on crystals, rose quartz. Thank you, Madison.